Hello? Hey, Mom. Yeah, no, I'm just getting home. Yes, I'm getting as much sleep as every college senior during finals week. None. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll be just fine. Yes, Mom, I'm also eating just as much as everybody else is eating. Cafeteria food sucks. I eat cereal and peanut butter sandwiches. Okay, Mom, I just told you it's finals week. I gotta go study. All right. I love you. I gotta say this like 3 times, so forgive me, y'all. I love you. I love you, Mom. I'll talk to you soon. Okay. All right. I will talk to you soon. I love you. Bye. 4 times. My apologies. But hi. Welcome to my apartment. How are y'all? Hey. Good. Sorry for the brief interruption. My mom tells me to call her every time I get in the house, and though I don't live with her anymore, it's just a little bit of a force of habit. But my mom's funny. She swears that, like, I deal with insomnia. Like, my mom steady try to get me to take sleep medication. And, like, the thing is, I know I don't deal with insomnia. I mean, me and my mattress, we got a great relationship. I mean, I come in, I cuddle a few hours here and there, and then I'll be out. You know, I gotta give the earth my soul, hold my bottom girl down, give her my 10 toes, and besides, you know, my mattress love to hassle me, constantly give me recollections of things that I ain't trying to see nor think about. Like, for instance, you know what, I'm not even trying to deal with that right now. But anyway, but that's why I really don't be sleeping like that. But don't take that the wrong way, because I do not struggle with insomnia. Like, I could sleep if I wanted to. It's just, I got such an infatuation with living, and slumber seems so similar to death, and I'd rather not spend a third of my life with the cousin of my afterlife. And besides, do you know how much time we waste in bed trying to quote-unquote rest, when at best it's no more than a quest to test the nexus mess of a mind I possess? Memories I'd much rather forget, dreams too far from my grasp, both my past and my future presently got me avoiding sleep. So that's why I really don't be sleeping like that. But please understand, I don't deal with insomnia, so don't throw that label on me. The reality is, like, I really could sleep if I wanted to. It's just I don't really like to. As I mentioned, welcome to my apartment. This is the living room, dining room, and also my room. I pay the cheapest in rent, so I get the couch. Beautiful things. I'm in college. I'm getting ready to graduate. I'm getting a degree in spoken word. You could tell just how excited my parents probably are. I got this final essay. It's a comparative essay, about 10,000 words. Compare the writings of Langston Hughes to Shakespeare. Yeah, your response is about mine when I got that assignment. But see, here's the thing. I make my best work when I procrastinate. So guess what I'm finna do? You guessed it, procrastinate. So question, what should I do? TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube? Instagram, perfect. I like your decisions. All right. Woo. Sorry, y'all. Forgive me 1 second. So here's an interesting question. Just a thought, you know? Y'all know what thirst traps are? Right? So I have a question. If you follow a lot of people who post thirst traps, does that make you the thirsty one? Yes. Hey, I didn't need honesty, okay? I needed some comfort. But nah, so here's the thing, right? So I have this tendency to follow people who, like, I used to know but know absolutely nothing about anymore. Anybody else? and then like don't unfollow people, and then you see them and you be like, why I actually follow you? And then don't hit the unfollow button. So that was this girl. But she and I have some history. Her name's Amelia. She was the first girl I ever had a crush on in middle school. Anybody else remember their middle school crush? Did you have bad taste too? Cool, we have some people in denial, that's okay. But I still remember the moment that like she came in, because she transferred in, and I was like, you are fine. And I wrote her a poem, right? And I still remember this poem. Y'all wanna hear it? That sucked. Y'all wanna hear it? Yeah. All right, how did this poem go? Y'all ever have your heart beat so fast that you could feel it in your fingertips? See a girl so beautiful that it take your breath away so much that it got you reaching for your inhaler? And you realize you ain't asthmatic, right? Like this is the situation of contemplation that 13-year-old Brandon was dealing with. I mean, I was a love-struck preteen at like the age of 5, and I'm over here trying to make grown folk decisions like, should I say it? Should I not say it? You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it twice so she knows I mean it. And if she don't feel the same way, that's her loss. I'm a catch. You feel me? So I wrote, Amelia, I like you. Like you. That sounds good. Because, you know, I mean, we all know the angst of sharing these eternal words with the person we're going to spend the rest of our life with in middle school. You feel me? And see, here is the thing. I knew I couldn't make it plain. So I made sure to eloquently describe all the ways that I loved her, about her, you know, multicolored highlighter and how she would always use the pink one on my papers, and her multicolored pen and how she'd use red hearts over her eyes, especially for me. But see, I had to do something unique. I put the yes or no checkbox at the bottom. Yes to be my boo, and no to be my... We ain't got that far yet, but see, here's the thing. I knew that I couldn't end there, so I handed it off to my boy Jordan, asked him to fold it into a beautiful origami flower, told him he couldn't read it because I still have a reputation on the playground, you feel me? But then the bell rang. He handed it back to me, and then Amelia just ran by. And I thought to myself, dang, she fine. And I was sitting there just awestruck, just thinking to myself like, man, at 13 years old, I'm officially off the market. How am I going to explain this to my mom when I get home? I hope Amelia makes bagel bites just like mom do. Because, you know, I'm over here just thinking about all these songs and how she was the answer to my prayer that I sent up like 2 weeks ago, because God sent her straight to my classroom because he knew, right, that she would be my sweet lady. Would you be my sweet love for? I hope she like R&B. But I'm noticing I'm probably gonna be late to class unless I hustle up, so I then dash on off, and then I get to class, I sit down, my knees weak, arms are sweaty, vomit on already. You feel me? And so like my thing was I couldn't do rejection quite yet, so I couldn't do eye contact. So I told Tim, I'm like, hey yo, will you pass this over to Amelia for me? And then I finally started looking at Miss Castillo, our science teacher, and I noticed she kind of fine too. But then I hear from the back of class, Brandon, yes. And now I'm stressed, heart beating inside of my chest, all out of breath. And I'm just sitting here wondering, what should I do? But I still can't do eye contact yet. So I whip my head back, look at my backpack, and then there I notice in the corner of my eye, my love note unfurled, right next to Thomas's cartoon of SpongeBob on the desk. But Thomas's cartoon ain't on Amelia's desk. It's on Rebecca's desk. I look up and I see her smiling face with the checkbox that read yes, and now I'm stressed. But now that I'm looking at Rebecca, she kind of fine too. And I got my first girlfriend. Me and Rebecca dated for like 6 months. And that's how I got into poetry. It was simply because girls look cute, and I've been thirsty ever since. But don't tell nobody that. All right. But nah, and like, though girls were what got me into it, I stayed in it because it was like one of the only times I felt like I could actually be honest with my emotions. You feel me? I played basketball, so I couldn't really, talk to my teammates about it because girls were nothing more than B words and hoes. And I was like, I'm gonna go to Bible study, bro. But yeah, I was procrastinating. My apologies. This is my only frustration. My DMs used to be flooded as soon as I got a girlfriend. And then the moment me and this girl break up, be dry as the Sahara. Anybody else feel that? Right? I don't know why I mentioned her. You ever get a gift too soon and you don't know what to do with it? My last girlfriend was just that. She was her name was Keisha. And Keisha and I, we went to middle school together. She was a little older than me, so technically we weren't in the same grade, but she was always nice. She was in 8th grade, I was in 6th grade. I shot my shot, Kobe, and just like Jordan Poole in the playoffs, missed a bunch of them. But then we ended up at the same college. She was a junior, I a freshman. She was my FYE coordinator. And she was like, yo, you want to hang out after the event is over? And I'm like, and we started dating. And honestly, this poetry club, all this stuff only blossomed because she was the main one supporting it. One of my mentors told me that women are like gardens. Whatever you plant in them, you'll get back tenfold. She was a garden I didn't tend to well. She graduated. She was going off to New York so that way she could go get her degree, and I got all jealous about how she was going to meet somebody else, and then we broke up. But that's okay, because I really love building things. Specifically, I love building sandcastles. I don't know why, but I get a thrill out of creating something, leaving, coming back the next day just to do it over and over and over again. And honestly, if you ask anybody who knows me, I'm a pretty decent architect. I can take almost nothing and assemble it into something beautiful, make God jealous how I was able to rework his greatest creation. And you see, here's the thing though. The most vital aspect of home building is finding synchronicity, because not any place will do. You must first understand if this place actually can hold you. So let's try this. The first thing you have to do is get all the blueprints. I'm talking about smooth edges with curves in all the right places, glossy windows that let you see what's inside, but also peer back at you as well. An attic full of knowledge, a living room full of love, and a heart-shaped doormat that reads through Morse code. Brandon, you are welcome here. Damn, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm already talking about provoking palpitations permeating my path, and we ain't even started yet. But see, here's the thing. Once you got all of your blueprints typed out, then now we got to go assemble all of these materials. I'm talking about get all the patience, honesty, care, love. You can fit into that little pail of yours. Take more than one trip if needed. Scratch that. More than one trip will definitely be needed. So make sure that you get a whole lot of humility in that jar of yours too. And then once you have your materials, now we have to start building this foundation. Please do not rush. It'll only result in mistakes that somebody else will one day have to come back and fix.